the Start Your Own Business podcast. Hear inspiring startup stories and get reliable expert advice on how to start your business and get off to the best possible start. Brought to you by Startup Donut, helping small businesses succeed.
Hi there, thanks for joining us and welcome to the Start Your Own Business podcast. My name's Fiona and I'm your host. Creating and maintaining strong supplier relationships is the lifeblood of a successful business. But whereas once it would have been difficult, time-consuming and expensive to find and build a strong relationship with suppliers, especially those in other countries, B2B e-marketplaces are making it much simpler, quicker and cost-effective to build a truly global network of suppliers. In this very special episode, I'll be speaking to Michelle Lau, Managing Director France of Alibaba.com, a leading platform for global business-to-business e-commerce that serves buyers and suppliers from over 200 countries and regions around the world. I'll be asking Michelle how small businesses in the UK can use technology to save time and money when sourcing new products from overseas and build trust with new international suppliers. I also want to find out about new innovations from Alibaba.com, especially Axio AI. Before we meet Michelle, let's find out how Alibaba.com, the sponsor of this episode, can help you and your small business.
Book your tickets for Alibaba.com's Co-Create Europe, the flagship event in London for small businesses looking to get ahead in 2026. Small businesses can expect to learn best practice for leveraging AI and digital tools for growth, how to cut costs and build resilient supply chains, and understand best-in-class strategies for expanding into new markets while protecting margin. Meanwhile, a panel of judges will crown the winning product at Co-Create Pitch, with hundreds of thousands of pounds up for grabs in prize money. Book now at alibabacocreate.com to secure your place.
It's now time to meet our guest. Michelle, nice to meet you. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, thank you for inviting me.
I wondered if I could start by finding a little bit about you and your background. So obviously we know from the introduction that you're the managing director at Alibaba. But when did you join the business? What's your background?
Well, actually, my background spans from, international trade promotion, brand management, marketing, communication, and also business development through my different roles in my career. So actually, I joined Alibaba Group, in 2016. It's quite some time already, and has been the managing director of Alibaba.com France since 2 years. And it's been a fantastic, time and journey in Alibaba so far. And especially, Alibaba.com is the very first business, of the group. So I'm very happy, to join this business unit 2 years ago. And it's such a continuation, of my role from previous, on business development, supporting businesses of all sizes to go through different digital solutions of Alibaba marketplaces. So as Alibaba.com is the very first business of Alibaba, it is essentially the digital B2B marketplace for global trade. It is especially dedicated for SMBs across Europe and also around the world. It is dedicated for them, to unlock, the growth opportunities and to help them to find, how they can optimize the supply chain. And we know that, SMBs are really the backbones of all the major economies. So we're very happy, to have this platform can, support them, to have them, access and to the very integrated sourcing solutions to make their, business growth, globally.
Yeah. Well, if that sort of leads on to my next question is, so for people who might not have heard of Alibaba.com, can you tell us a little bit about the company and more specifically about how small businesses can benefit from using Alibaba.com?
Yes, so Alibaba.com is the leading platform for global business-to-business e-commerce. And actually now, after 25 years of business, we're bringing together over 50 million of buyers from around the world. Actually, cover more than 200 countries and regions to connect with the global sellers from the major industrial region around the world.
Yeah.
For the time being, we are having more than 200,000 global sellers proposing the different products across a very vast category. So right now we have more than 76 vertical industry which are present on our platform. So Alibaba.com is a digital platform. And actually, after 25 years in the course, our core business is to develop, infrastructure that can, help SMBs to source easily, more efficiently, and also in all security. So we are actually revolutionizing, how SMBs can access global supply chain. In the past, SMBs, if they don't have too many means to reach, global sellers, they need to go to trade shows or, develop, in different catalog or search on internet.
Yeah.
But now with a digital platform, it's much easier for them to leverage, the digital means to reach a very vast platform, to reach the global supply chain. And so what we do actually, when I talk about that, we are a tech company because we leverage the different leading technologies and the digital solutions to make people can shop actually as easy as how they shop, like a final consumer on marketplaces where we do every day.
Yeah.
For example, when I can say when we want to look for something, we could easily use visual search or instant messaging, with a translation, so that people from around the world could easily connect, with the suppliers from all around the world. And also recently, we're also launching different AI solutions that we can also cover later on in this conversation.
So the site effectively gets over a lot of those typical barriers that a small business might experience when trying to reach suppliers globally.
Yes, exactly. Because when we talk about, reaching for international suppliers or commercial partners, language is one barrier. But with a digital platform, actually, our platform can instantly translate not only the supplier's information, the product information into different languages, but also even when we, in the course of communicating, we can do instant communication in our own language, where on the other side of the conversation is reading, their own language. So this is a magic of the technologies in our platform that we can facilitate, language barrier or cultural barrier, because with the AI tools that we implemented, they also can, propose, a more professional way of, replying the messaging and also, facilitate a discussion between the different cultures.
Yeah, and you mentioned the sheer number of suppliers. I mean, I was staggered when I was looking, into the background behind the site that 200,000 suppliers. So actually, regardless of what you're doing in your business back here in the UK, chances are if you're looking for something, there is somebody out there that you can get in touch with through the platform.
Yeah, exactly. Because when I mentioned that we are essentially a generalist platform, meaning enterprises, companies can look for not only finished products that is ready to sell, directly on some retail marketplaces, but also products that are ready to be customized. Or for the companies who are developing their own products, could also easily get, raw materials or parts and components, or manufacturers who can, turn their product idea into reality. So we are really, proposing a very vast spectrum of suppliers or business partner who can, make, your business idea or your product idea into reality.
Yeah, well, that's really powerful for small businesses. So actually, if you can't find someone in this country that can help you, you can reach out globally to find other manufacturers that can help you realize your dreams.
Yeah, exactly. Especially now we're talking about some products which could be a little bit more complex.
Yeah.
We could actually get the best suppliers from around the world to combine and to assemble to be a product that is very robust. To give you some examples, we have some company who source raw materials on our platform with some suppliers, and also packaging, and also maybe some goodies or marketing materials to promote, their product. So actually, opportunities are really vast when it comes to the sourcing opportunities on our platform.
To bring all of the elements that you might need to be able to deliver a finalized product, if you're able to add the packaging to the mix as well, that's fantastic, a real time saver.
Yeah, exactly.
So I wanted to ask a little bit more about Alibaba in terms of things that are going on at the moment. I know it's quite an exciting time for you as a company. You're about to host Co-Create Europe in London. So I wondered if you could tell us a little bit about the event and how that might help small businesses.
Yeah. So probably people have not really heard about co-create, because actually it's the first time that Alibaba.com is bringing the co-create concept and this initiative into Europe. But what is exactly co-create? Actually, it is an initiative that we launched 3 years ago in the US. It is a SME-focused B2B event that we bring together not only entrepreneurs, manufacturers, but also investors and also industry experts, all gathered together into one full-day program, talking about the different topics on product innovation, business building, optimization of the business process, but also an occasion where companies can actually meet face-to-face with some top picks, suppliers or business partners from around the world. So we actually, as I said, we organized it since 3 years in the US. And I personally attended the last session in the US in September this year in Las Vegas. It was amazing. We gathered together more than 3,000 SMBs, industry experts, all under one roof.
Yep.
So now we are very happy to bring the whole concept to Europe, and we have picked up London being this the location that we're going to bring this in the first time. So we believe that it's going to be a really dynamic occasion or a platform that entrepreneurs can come to connect and also to explore different growth opportunity. And then also part of the concept of co-create is also about a co-create pitch, which is a global pitch competition that we want to highlight the next generation of product-based innovation in UK and also in Europe. So actually in the session in the US Las Vegas, we have already pick up 11 winners, including one who have the grand prize. So now we just closed the application yesterday. So we have already received more than 13,000 applications.
Wow.
With people filled with innovative product ideas. Really amazing. So now our team is actively filtering and selecting the project. And in Co-Create London events is going to be the finals of the co-create pitch. So we're going to have 30 finalists going to pitch on stage in front of a judging panel, and the top winner, the very big grand prize winner, is going to receive $200,000 to help them to grow and to develop their product.
Wow.
We are going to also select 10 winners who are going to receive more than to receive up to 20,000 worth of prizes, each one of them.
So that could really help turbocharge a business, that kind of prize money, to help them achieve their ambitions and bring their idea to reality, to fruition.
Yeah, exactly. Because what we're bringing over is more than just financial support. We are also, supporting them with all the supply network of our platform, and also all the AI tools. So we strongly encourage, companies not only get the financial support, but also to make the best out of our platform. So this is really, what we offer: support, platform, and also the vast supplier network that we are offering.
So presumably Alibaba are really sort of behind innovation in small businesses. I mean, can you talk to us a little bit about how innovation is really important to small businesses, particularly in this day and age when things are moving so quickly?
Yeah, for us, we believe that innovation is really, really important these days, and especially in such a competitive market that we are into, where no matter they are final consumers or business to business customers, I think they are all getting having a high expectations, and also to expect a very, very fast turnaround time to launch new product. So they're expecting more, better, and also quicker. And so we believe that when we talk about innovation, it's super important for especially SMEs. Especially they are not the one who are equipped with a lot of means and financial support. So it is very important that they really to adopt the innovative solutions like the digitalization. And I believe now we're no longer talking only about digitalizing the process or different ways of communication, selling, etc. It's also about adopting the different AI tools in the business. As you know, in the past years, we see a flourishing market of the different AI tools available for businesses. So when everybody have access to the tools, so the most important thing is how each SME have the ability to integrate the right tools that is critical for their businesses. So we believe that it's super important for SMB to think about, okay, first is digitalization, how I digitalize my product, the process, and also the way I'm going to do business, which is something that we have been doing and supporting in the past 20 years. And now we're also launching different AI tools to hopefully streamline even more the process for SME. And actually, we did some survey in the past, that, most of the SMEs, they know that, it is very important to adopt, the new tools, especially the AI tools. But for those who disagree, actually, the reason why they don't adopt is also because a lack of language knowledge, and also they don't know how they can calculate their ROI. They don't know whether it's going to be costly. So there are a lot of different key barriers that we're trying to solve for them.
So you mentioned this briefly, but in terms of people who are listening who might think, oh, that sounds like a kind of event I want to go to, can you give listeners an idea of how many attendees there are going to be and the kind of things that are going on in the background around the event?
Yeah, so, well, actually, the event is the first time that we are organizing it. Actually, what they can expect this time, there will be among, the different SMBs coming to join us. So first, of course, it's an Alibaba.com events. It is, our occasion to showcase and also to present the different Alibaba.com cutting edge digital tools, including the AI tools and also, the latest AI model search engine that we are going to launch, which is called Azure. I can come back to that with more of that. And actually, I want to present in a physical space to suppliers and to visitors how Alibaba.com as a digital platform can actually do for them to reach, as I mentioned, the 200,000 verified suppliers across the different countries. And we're going to also showcase, the services that we're going to provide. For example, the trade assurance services, because when we digitalize the business, we also digitalize the trust part. So this is very important to show them what are the service that we can provide to give them, more confidence and more reliability when they come to digital sourcing. And also, we're also, providing also a panel of different keynotes and panel discussions on topics that could, cover most of the topics that SMBs are very interested in. For example, we also did a survey before organizing the event to know what are the topics that SMBs are most interested in. So we have fine-tuned different stream of topics. First one is about how SMBs can be more efficient. For example, talking about how to cut costs, how to manage better all the process so that they can build a more effective and also resilient supply chain. And we're also, providing not only the AI tools or the of Alibaba.com platform, we're also helping, companies who come to join us to know and understand how they can leverage in a more general way the different AI and digital tools in the market. That's why we are also inviting some industry experts in different fields and to share some really practical ways for SMBs to save time, to source smarter, and also to sell better in a different. And thirdly, we also help companies to know better what are the ways that they can scale better. When we talk about scaling, it could be about export. It could be about finding external funding, or it could be about looking for new business opportunity in different sector. And last but not the least, what SMBs could expect is also about trends. When we talk about trends, we're going to share also trends about products, what could be the latest bestseller, and also trends about how we can do business, we can do marketing. So we're also inviting, different industry experts around, social selling or about social media, how they can better leverage this channel, which is super important, in today's communication. And also, what are the ways that they can better engage and connect with the consumer. So I would say, when it comes to Co-Create, it's really a one full day program where they can expect to meet, to get inspired, and also to explore some business opportunity and growth levers.
So lots of things there that small businesses can benefit from, not just networking opportunities, but real opportunities to kind of learn how they can, like you say, scale their business, use tools to improve their business, save time, reach new customers. So lots of learning opportunities there. One thing I wanted to ask you that you haven't mentioned, we've obviously know it's in London, but when and where in London?
Yeah, so please save your date. The date is the 14th of November. So it's a Friday. It's going to be in the Intercontinental Hotel in the O2 in Greenwich. So I really, encourage everybody to come to meet us. The tickets are now available already, at the website. Maybe we can put the link, which is alibaba.co-create.com. So attendees can choose from, different types of tickets, ranging from general admission to premium or VIP admission, depending the offer that they would like to pick up. But in any case, it is a good opportunity for SMBs to come and to get inspired and to connect with your peers, entrepreneur community.
Fab. So for anyone who's panicking, thinking I missed that, we'll put the link and the times and dates in the summary notes that will go with the episode, so everyone can get hold of their tickets when they finish listening. So moving back to Alibaba, you've already kind of covered this in some of your earlier talk. How can businesses find the right suppliers through Alibaba, through the platform?
Yeah, actually now, finding the right suppliers has never been much more easier, than ever on Alibaba.com. It's with a digital platform, actually for SMBs, it's really critical for them to find the best partners out of all the choices that they can have. As I mentioned, we have 200,000 suppliers on our platform. How, they can, find the best one and the most suitable one. So at Alibaba.com, we really leverage, the best technologies. And a little bit different from most of the B2B platform that you can imagine. Actually, we adopt quite a lot of very familiar B2C technologies from across Alibaba to revolutionize the B2B sourcing, so that, we can source and buy really quickly to save a lot of time, effort, and also money. So these technologies could cover something you can maybe experience, as an end consumer. For example, all these steps, cover each and every step, of the product development and sourcing journey of a company. For example, from the time, that a buyer or a business owner have an idea and they would like to, find a way, to concretize it. So they can start from search on our platform. And searching on our platform is not only having, very traditional like keyword search, because now we have the AI-powered multimodal search. So people can search by a combination of visual, text, and also video. And also AI can also help them to proactively suggest, some similar product to understand what the person is searching, and to provide, some combination of different options. And as I mentioned also before, when doing the whole journey, once we found, some a product that we are looking for, or suppliers that we would like to work with, how to communicate with them better is also another very important part of the journey. I think we also mentioned a little bit like, the instant messaging can be translated into different languages. And on top of that, because when we talk about, virtual, contact, so we have also integrated some, very B2C oriented way of communicating, like the short form videos or virtual showroom, or, a virtual visit, of the factories could also be easily implemented, on our platform. We could also even organize, some live streaming so that buyers and sellers can directly engage to build some relationship virtually. And when we come to the whole journey, the digitalized payment and also logistics solutions is also part of our offer to facilitate some transactions with confidence and also transparency. And at the end, we also provide trade assurance, ensuring both buyers and also sellers are protected for a timely delivery and also the after-sales services. So all these technologies with one very simple objective is to make it easy for SMBs and for companies to discover new products, to connect with new and the best suppliers they can have, and also help them to find the best that they can drive, a higher margin, and also ultimately to enable them to scale their business easier and also quicker.
So it sounds to me like it is literally a complete package. I mean, I know from the perspective of small businesses, lots of them will be hesitant about buying from overseas because they're worried about tariffs, they're worried about import duties, they're worried about logistics. How do you get things shipped in a timely manner? How do you track them? How do you deal with the packaging? How do you, short of going overseas and making a site visit yourself, how do you achieve all these things? In the past, it would have involved a really expensive trade mission or sending, staff for 2 weeks to the other side of the world, and flights and hotels and all of that kind of stuff. Now it sounds like literally you can go online and you can bring all of the elements together into one kind of service. You can find what you need, you can find your partners, you can do a visit, do all the assurance checks that you would like to do beforehand, and tick that off in one place. It sounds really incredibly revolutionary.
Yeah, exactly. Actually save a lot of time.
Yeah.
And also cost as well. Because right now there's already time. We don't need to wait for probably another year to visit the trade shows.
Yeah.
And we don't need to visit multiple trade shows around the world. And also we don't need to wait for, another day to another email to come and to reply all this back and forth communication by email. So actually you really save a lot of time for SMBs, can absolutely get instant feedback if the supplier is on the other side of the application. And actually we do have some users telling us that they have never really visit the suppliers in real person because they don't feel it's needed. Yeah, they don't need to. And I think that's really revolutionizing, and that could save a lot of cost and time and also effort for SMBs to get, very agile, to develop new products or to launch a new line, because so many brands now are developing, more complete product range. They might not be the expert, of the new product line, but now easily they could get, connected with the right partners to develop it. And with the AI tools that we offer, they could also professionalize their search and also the screening and selection of their business partner.
It sounds like it all kind of plays to the strengths that businesses, in the smaller end of the scale will claim, that they can be more agile, they can have an idea and they can realize it much more quickly. And this will support that process.
Yeah, exactly. Because that the process, like right now, I think SMBs, they need to be very quick.
Yeah.
I think agility, being agile is super important. And right now with all the AI tools that has been developed in the market and also by Alibaba.com, SMBs can really leverage and do much more than what they could do in the past.
Yeah. So do you think that there's still a place for small businesses to do, to go and visit suppliers overseas? Or do you think that those days are sort of gradually slipping away?
Well, I think physical connection with your business partner is really important. It could never be replaced completely by virtual manners. But I do absolutely think that, before SMB can make a decision to meet the best and the most important suppliers to fine tune some products or to build more scalable and bigger projects, they could already save a lot of time screening and also discussing, so that they can make the visit or the physical contact much more efficient. I would say it could replace quite a lot of physical travel and but of course having a physical contact is always welcome, and
that personal human touch.
Exactly. That's also why we organize co-create, so that we can add on this personal touch between the business partners.
Put a face to the name and thrash ideas out. Sometimes that face-to-face contact is useful for those kind of more kind of exploratory conversations that you need to have with people when you're throwing ideas around.
Yes.
So it sounds like B2B marketplaces can make it significantly cheaper for small businesses to buy from overseas, and therefore, perhaps increase their margins on the products that they're bringing to market.
Yeah, absolutely. Because especially when we talk about, Alibaba.com, we have more than 200 million product listings, existing, on our platform across the different categories, which is almost impossible, to screen and scroll through all this product in one single product catalog or within a single physical trade fair. So it's really, day and night compared to the before, how SMBs can have, very wide access, and to access the different suppliers. And of course, it's very important to see how they can fine tune and search and filter to find the best offer.
Yeah.
Because I believe that when you talk about cheaper, it's not only cheaper, but also the best value for money.
Yeah.
Based on the requirements of each suppliers. Some suppliers are looking for high quality product, and they could also find on our platform by, putting on the different criteria they're looking for. And I think it's all about value for money and also the efficiency of the search. So that's why when we do the search, it's not only by visual, by keyword, by video or photo, but also by the different criteria that the buyer is looking for. For example, some who are looking for certain manufacturers who are capable of making highly qualified product that comply with different certifications.
Yeah.
They could also search, through that. And I think that's the most efficient way for them, to find the best and don't need to go from one place to another to look for, suppliers to do that. So in that sense, it's significantly more value for money to buy, and to look for it on a marketplace like Alibaba.com.
We talked a moment ago about the importance of innovation for small businesses, but actually Alibaba's been around since 1999, and you are bringing all kinds of innovations to the doorstep of small businesses. And I wondered if we could talk about how that is, what's going on with Alibaba.com in terms of innovative new things that you're bringing to market, and particularly Accio AI. Could you tell us a little bit about that, please?
Yes, actually, since more than 25 years, Alibaba.com is a platform that has been continuously innovating and evolving. So when you compare to a couple of years ago, it's already feeling, days and night, difference between how we support SMBs to look for the best suppliers. And the latest innovation that we launched sometime 1 year ago last year is Accio. I would say Accio. And it's actually an AI native application, which is designed specifically to simplify the global trade for SMBs. And essentially to simplify the concept, it is the first AI-powered B2B search engine. So how it works, you can imagine it's like a combination of a search engine and also a chatbot and also AI-powered tools for users to have multilingual capabilities to search. You can use natural language to communicate, to launch the prompt, and to get the best precise market insight and also actionable sourcing strategy around the global trade. So how does it work? Actually, there are a few functionalities can illustrate how it works. So being a first B2B search engine, the first function is about the business research. So actually, if you just need to put in some prompt, they can streamline quite complex business research for you. So they can streamline very complex market analysis by automating the labor intensive tasks to scroll reports or data collection from different channels, social media or online, and also to track the different trends in the market. So instead of reading through different pages and report, Accio can help you to streamline and to provide some summarized market insight so that users can make highly data driven decision making. And for those who are looking for a niche or high potential product or market opportunities, Accio is also here to provide some ready to use business plan of some highly actionable market potential product, and so that the users can easily get cost estimation. They could also get a supplier's recommendation so that they can easily connect with a supplier that they're looking for. And on top of this business research, until recently, actually, during the co-create in Las Vegas, we also launched for the first time the agentic AI of Accio. So Accio is not only a search engine, but also a sourcing agent. What does it mean? Actually, it means that Accio is also an agent who could proactively act on behalf of the user to do all the different tasks which is previously quite manual. For example, how it works, users can start by putting a product concept, and the system can instantly generate a tailor-made development plan, business plan, completed with marketing insight, regulatory guidelines, that's very important, and also some kind of proposal of design specificity. So that just with approval of the user, Accio agent can also conduct a real-time suppliers search, vetting, and also prepare some requests for quotation to send out. So all these have already really simplified the whole process from ideation of a business or
Yeah.
product concept to, outreaching suppliers and to getting, something actionable decision to make by the user. So all this we're talking about in a fraction of minutes and seconds that we can achieve that. So from my point of view, it's really revolutionizing how company from the time they have ideas, or even though they're not sure what to launch or how to launch. As I mentioned, for example, some company, they have their core business category, for example, a garment companies. But now they want to launch a shoe line, or they want to launch a line of fashion accessory, jewelry. But these totally different business and category. So now with ASIO, they could easily get insight to estimate, the business potential, and also to create, a different proposal of the business plan and actionable plan that they can really have a very good estimation of the market potential, how they can launch it before they could really proactively go to launch that product on the market.
Yeah. I mean, that's incredible for a small business, where it might only be the business owner with perhaps someone doing the bookkeeping or someone doing the marketing for them, that they can essentially have a kind of virtual team around them that can do a lot of the data research and throw up plans for them and put them together and allow them to test ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, internally, we also think about a joke saying actually ASIO could be your co-founder, in the company, or your co-teammate, because they could actually replace so many different tasks and to save a lot of time of the executive or the brand owner or the entrepreneur to do some other core tasks, to develop their brands, to bring in new ideas, or to engage with the customers.
Yeah, it frees them up to carry on with the core business, like you say. So all of that together, the Co-Create event, the Alibaba platform, and ASIO, what would be your 3 top tips for someone coming to this fresh with no experience of them, for making the most of what Alibaba and Co-Create can bring their business? What would be your top tips?
Well, I would think the top tips, I will have 3. So first, I think it is very, very important for SMBs to really embrace innovation and also AI. I think that could be one of the biggest reasons why they come to meet us, because at the Alibaba.com Co-Create Europe, we're going to showcase the different innovations of our platform, and also sharing some insights to help them how to break down some barriers of accessing innovative solutions, and also to give them access and also real-time experience of using those tools on the spot. And secondly, I think it's time to think about growth and also proactively look for growth, leverage. And join us at Co-Create, because we are going to bring you a lot of new ideas and also new potential partnerships, because this is where the human connections could bring into values. That's why we're also combining, digital experience with a physical event, so that, entrepreneurs can get inspired with each other, and also to learn new skills, how they can enable them to launch, the business into the next level. And last but not the least, we are a global, sourcing platform. We strongly encourage, SMBs to reach out to suppliers, not only globally but also locally, because we're also bringing together, the SMB suppliers from all around the world. Right now, our suppliers are from the different corners of the world. They are mainly from the different industrial region. By coming to our platform, they will get to know where they can shop the best product in the region. It could be suppliers from overseas, from Asia, but also suppliers from Europe as well. So really open their eyes that SMBs can reach a lot of different business partners to make the best offer that they could provide to the market.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. There's a lot of information there for our listeners to take away. So we'll put all of the links for the Co-Create event, links for Alibaba.com, all on the summary notes so people can access those later. But once again, thank you for your time this afternoon. It's been really interesting chatting to you, Michelle. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you very much for having me.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye.
Bye-bye. As a small business, finding new suppliers, especially those based overseas, and then building and maintaining good relationships with those suppliers was always difficult, time-consuming and expensive. As Michelle's perfectly explained in this episode, those days are long gone. Thanks to global online marketplaces like Alibaba.com, their revolutionary AI-powered tool Axio AI, and events like Co-Create Europe, it's easier than ever for small businesses to source a greater range of products from across the world. You'll find links to Alibaba.com, Axio AI and the Co-Create event in the summary notes that accompany this episode, and you'll find those at www.startyourownbusinesspodcast.co.uk. If you enjoyed the show, please hit subscribe and follow, and this will make sure that you're notified whenever a new episode drops. All that remains is for me to thank Michelle once again for taking the time to talk to us today. Until next time, all the best.